Hello, fabulous people. Beate Chelette here, the growth architect. Today, we're going to talk about my favorite thing in the world, and that is strategy. What is strategy, and how do you actually going to design one? So, a strategy is a plan in the simplest of all terms. And when you have a plan, the plan needs to go to a particular goal, right? So, in business, you are determining there's something that you want to achieve. That's the goal. And then there has to be a plan to get to this particular goal. This plan oftentimes is a strategy. And the strategy is designed to give you the specific pieces that are going into achieving this particular goal. So if you say you want to make $1 million a day, $1 million a year, $1 million a day, that would be lovely. And you are going to achieve the $1 million, then I want you to sit down with a piece of paper and actually calculate how could you arrive at this number. So you could make one sale at $1 million. You could make 10 sales at $100,000. You could make 20 sales at $50,000. So you are needing to go in the strategy into the granular piece and saying, well, if I'm going to get to $1 million, I'm going to need to be making this per month. And this is how I am going to sell this so I can get this money. And this is how I'm going to execute. So let's stay with the example. Let's say you are deciding you want to make $1 million and you want to do that by doing 10 jobs with $100,000 in volume. So that means that you need to do a job for $100,000. You need to sign a $100,000 job just about once a month. Now, in order to charge $100,000, you need to look at what you're offering. And now you are designing the strategy of what goes into this offer so that it's worth $100,000. So now what I want you to think about is when we're talking about your particular business is if you say, I want to grow by 20%, which most people do, then what's that strategy to achieve the 20%? Because you're going to need to change something in your strategy. You're either going to have to work more hours, so you have to work 20% more, or you're going to have to change something that's going to create that 20% increase. And so this is why I like strategy so much, because I know that my time is going to run out. Actually, my time already ran out. So once your time runs out, you cannot make more money. So if you want to make more money, once your time runs out, you're going to have to change your business model in such a way that you can perform more jobs or fewer jobs for more money. That means you need to attract different clients. So the strategy in your business really shifts around what that goal is. So if, let's say, you offer a $100 product or you offer a $1,000 product. Now, if you want to make $1 million, now imagine how many $1,000 products you need to sell to get to the $1 million. And then you look at if you really are doing 10,000 $100 jobs, then is that even possible? How would you do that? It's possible. People do this all the time. Or if you do $1,000 jobs, then you think about how long does it take you to do this $1,000 job? You take $1 million, you divide it by 1,000. Now you know how many of these jobs you need to do. And now you look at your calendar and now you realize that you need to do a job for $1,000, like literally like multiple times a day. And then you go, well, that's not possible. I can't do that. So that model will not get you to the $1 million. So the strategy is really a very clear numbers-driven idea to say, well, if this is what I want, then what do I need to do today to get to that? Most of the time in business, people business owners think that the strategy is growth, but it's a non-specific strategy. That does generally not work. I talk about all the time about the sine wave in your business. If you have a sine wave in your business, you're not really changing anything in the strategy. You're just working more. And then when you're working more, you get more business, but then you can take care of building up new clientele. And so inevitably it'll fall off once you're done with all the jobs because you haven't filled the bucket and the funnel. And then until the next burst comes and you're in this all over again. So to sum it up, strategy really is something that you do need to master if you want to be successful in business. And strategy is really fun. Strategy is like when you really get into it and you really look at it and you really connect the dots and you really think about what's happening in the market and what does it mean? And, with the Great Resignation, how does this affect the gig economy? How does it affect what companies are needing? How does this affect your desirability as a vendor? How does this affect on what you can charge? Now they have all kinds of things that need to be done in a particular order for you to achieve that. So I hope that this really helps you with understanding what strategy is and how to use strategy in your business. And if you need help with strategy, do reach out. You can find me at beatechelette.com or just look me up and learn more about how you can use strategy in your business to grow, build, and scale so that you can make the impact that you came here to do. Thank you so much for watching.